Hey everybody, I'm Tasha with the Major Change Group, and today we're going to talk about how tackling your credit utilization can increase your credit score, increase your offers from credit card companies, and increase your credit card limits. Let's get into it. So, today, when I had logged into my American Express Gold card, y'all, I had got an offer. Now, this is the second time that I have gotten an offer from American Express to do a personal loan with them. Now, I want to say the first time that I did it a few months ago, it was maybe like 22,000, and then this time it was 18,000. And I was just like, whoa, like I'm getting all these offers from American Express. Also, they had sent me something in regards to decreasing my interest rate. So I was like, wow, that's pretty good. And the other day, I was telling y'all with my American Express, my spending limit actually had went up to $40,000. So I was thinking about, especially with American Express, how am I getting all of these offers with American Express? And you know what I was thinking? Because in, I want to say November, I was doing like a test with my credit utilization. And so I was just like, you know what? I think it really all stems from my credit utilization. Because if we want to increase our credit score fast, if we tackle our credit utilization, that is the quickest way to do it. So let me share my screen and we're going to get into it. So when we are looking at our credit score is made up of 5 components. So we have our payment history, our credit utilization, our length of credit, our new credit, and our credit mix. And so our payment history and our credit utilization is 35% of our credit score. But I feel like if we want to increase our credit score fast, if we tackle our credit utilization, which is 30%, that's the quickest way that we can do that. Because with our payment history, I mean, y'all, if we get a late payment on our credit score, it's gonna really decrease our credit score fast. But then also it's the hardest way to increase our credit score because it's gonna take time, because technically those late payments are gonna stay on your credit report for a long time. And I should know because I have probably like 4 late payments on my credit report, but my credit score is still pretty high. And I think the reason of that is because my credit utilization is very, very low. So back in, I want to say November, I had did a test, especially with my American Express Gold card, to see, how does it report on the credit report. And so I had got my utilization all the way down to 0. But normally I'll have my utilization around 2 to 7%. But if you want to increase your credit score fast, if you have high utilization, let's say 50% or higher or maxed out, if you pay off some of that credit card debt, then that's going to increase your credit score. So when I was trying to find out, like what was my credit score last year. So around, I want to say November of last year, my credit score was a 748. And then this year, as of today, my credit score is a 763, which is great. And this is only my Experian credit score, because I haven't been able to get my other credit score, my Equifax or my TransUnion. So this is my Experian credit score because I love the Experian site. So that's where I'm always going to check out my information. But also, I was telling you guys that with American Express, I was getting, these different offers. So I had logged into my American Express today, and I was pre-approved for this offer for $18,000. And maybe a few months ago, they had sent me this in my email, this pre-approved, and when I clicked on it, I was a pre-approved for like 22,000. And so I really feel like we tackle our credit utilization, because it really makes it seems like we don't need the credit if it's at very, very low. Because like when you don't need credit, it seems like that's when you can get a whole bunch of credit. But it's like if your credit cards are maxed out, then it's like they don't want to, you call to get a credit line increase or something like this, and then you already know they're gonna say no. But it's like when you don't need the credit, then they give it to you. So that's why I think by tackling our credit utilization, that's going to be a way for us to increase the offers that we get, and to be able to increase our credit score, and also to be able to increase our credit limits. And so the other day I was telling you guys that I was I was using the credit limit tool, the spending limit tool for my American Express card, and I had basically got approved for 40,000. And so when I had did this back in June, I want to say that's when I had got approved. I couldn't even get approved for 13,000. And now over time, since I have been using a credit card, so for 6 months, I've been using my American Express credit card, I have been able to now be approved for 40,000. Now, I definitely feel like one of the main ways is because my credit utilization. Because one, every month I make sure to pay my credit card off every month. Or what I'll do is I will use the credit card utilization hack where I will leave like probably 2%, but if I get 7%, between 2 and 7% on one of my credit cards. It doesn't necessarily have to be the American Express card, but some of my other credit cards. And I'll leave 2%, but I would say you can do between 2 and 7%. I'll leave that on a credit card. But what I'll do is I'll pay the credit card off after the statement date. So I'm not paying any interest on my credit cards by doing this, because I'm only letting that 2 to 7% report to the credit bureau, but then I'm paying it off. So that's like a utilization hack that I love to use. And you have to check out this video right here where I'm talking about how to use the credit card utilization hack, but you'll have to let me know, do you do that? And so I really feel like, especially with American Express, by paying the credit card off every month, then I'm able to, it really helped me to be able to increase my spending limit with American Express. And also by me having zero, well, I would say low credit utilization on my other credit cards, that also helps me to increase my limit as well. You can see here with the American Express card, there's no spending limit, but it states your approval is going to be based on factors that include your credit report, your account history, and your personal resources. So that's why I'm saying, not only with your, let's say for this example, we're using American Express credit card, but then also they are pulling your credit profile, and they can see for my other credit cards, I have low utilization on those credit cards. So I really feel like with decreasing the credit utilization, this is going to give you the probability of getting more credit if you need it. But then also, y'all, I thought this was so interesting because although I do pay my credit card off every month, American Express sent me an offer to decrease my interest rate on 2 of my 3 credit cards, because I have 3 American Express credit cards. So I have the American Express Gold card, I have the American Express Everyday credit card, and I have an American Express Business card. And so I had got offers for both my American Express Gold card and my American Express Everyday credit card. So I was just like, whoa, that is pretty interesting. And so they sent me offers so that I can get 6.99% for 9 months. And I believe that's actually on my American Express Everyday credit card. And then they sent me a 9.99% promo for my American Express Gold card. Well, actually, they sent me a 6.99% for 9 months on my American Express Gold card. So with the American Express Gold card, although really they want you to pay the credit card off every month, you have the pay over time. And with the pay over time, this is how much you can charge on the card that they would have you pay interest on. So right now my interest rate is 29.24% interest, but for 9 months they gave me an offer to where it'll just be 6.99%. So let's say, for instance, right now my pay over time limit is 15,000. So my spending limit for my American Express Gold card is 40,000. So let's say I spend 20,000 on my American Express Gold Card, I have to pay the 5,000 off, but American Express will let me pay interest up to the 15,000 for 9 months. I will have the 6.99% interest. But the thing is, I pay the credit card off every month anyway, so I don't have to worry about that. And so that's what I'm stating. It's just like when it's like if I was paying interest on a credit card every month, do you even think American Express would have sent me an offer like this? Because it's just like almost when you don't need it, that's when they'll give it to you. So I really feel like a benefit of me paying a credit card off or having low utilization on a credit card, it really gives me more offers because American Express, I'm just like, they have been sending me so many offers, with the personal loan, and then to be able to get low interest on 2 of my 3 American Express credit cards. So I'm just like, that is pretty cool. And by me increasing my credit limit, well, my spending limit on my American Express Gold card is pretty cool as well. So you'll have to let me know, what do you think about this in the comments? But also, how much do you leave on your credit cards? Do you pay your credit card off every month, or do you have low utilization? And I would say probably a 10% or less. So I hope that you found this video helpful. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend, and turn your notification bell on so you'll be notified when new content drops. I thank you so much for watching. Until next time. It's not a game, sir.